Hello everyone and welcome to the Raven block here on Derpathon. I am Vigeth Ravenfell and I've got 3 games for you coming up. And to start with, where I'm going to run Ion Fury. This is on the build engine, which you can think of it as like the derpy, janky big brother of Doom engine. And so we take advantage of a lot of that jankiness for the speedrun. Expect a lot of clips and a lot of... I am hearing an echo. Sorry about that, folks. Okay. Echo was gone. So yeah, there's a lot of jankiness in this engine we take advantage of. Any like thin walls or elevation especially gets abused heavily on this. But we're going to start now. We're going to go new game, campaign, first blood, starting in 3, 2, 1, go. So to start, we're holding E to skip that cutscene. And I'm going to crouch around right there and do a crouch jump to clip through that thin window. And then go right to the door underneath. And you'll notice right away we strafe run, like many FPS games from the 90s. It's the fastest form of movement, and just like that, we're already through the first level. Now I'm going to jump up to this and do another crouch jump, and okay, let me quick save. This is gonna be our, let's name it something appropriate like Derp 3. Alright, come on. There we go. So we trigger that. I'm gonna grab this health because I've already taken some damage. I'm gonna do this trick real fast and then explain it. So yeah, that happened really quick. What I did was I ran into a trash bag, pushed it into the wall. It got pushed up top to the next available elevation and took me up there with it because it can also interact with the player. I'm going to shock that poor guy. Why is that guy shooting his own guy? That's funny.
Well, this is headed in a familiar direction.
They do that sometimes. They don't even aim at you. Alright. Crouching underneath all these doors whenever we can. Shoot that guy in the face.
I say we're done.
Alright, this next part, I'm gonna hopefully... There we go, I didn't get blocked too bad. So we shoot the elevator button to start it. Go in there for a cage. You'll see me a lot throughout the run. I'll reload cancel. And to do that, we just... you hit the reload key, you cancel by swapping to your electric fryer, which is the baton here. And then you hit the key to go back to your gun. And you can cancel most animations like that. Wait for this fan to blow up.
Wow, that sucks.
So this guy is going to help us get, as long as he doesn't move too much. There we go.
This isn't really the type of ventilation I specialize in.
Alright, for these next couple of rooms, I'm going to open up a locked door here, and to do that, I'm going to hold down the E key, and this will allow me to frame perfectly, activate those buttons. As soon as your crosshair gets close enough, you'll just automatically flip them on. I gotta be careful here, so I don't get a grenade to the face, possibly. Yeah, that guy tried. Alright, now we're on to level 3. Normally I shoot that guy and take a health kit, but I don't think I'll need it. Alright, again, crouch down, wedge ourselves in that corner, and then as soon as we stand, the game you'll see just start to jitter a bit, and then it'll just launch you up there. How it works, we don't know. It's just build engine jankiness. Nah, I didn't hit the spider. Right. Activate this, and I want to take a wide line here. I don't want to go through there because I could skip the trigger for that explosion. It's happened, and it sucks. Right. Rapidly climb these ladders here by spamming the spacebar. And for safety, I'm going to get that heal.
Oh, yeah.
Also, anybody like Tetris? I just wanted to show that off. Normally I would be running as fast as possible to make it to the exit, but you know, it's a marathon. Let's show off the cool stuff that people don't know about this game. Right. Overload that. Get that medkit. How did that not work? That was close enough, surely. All right, throw the switch and we ride down. So this is the end of the zone coming up. And there's always going to be a boss fight. For the first zone, it's just going to be a horde fight, but we're going to skip it entirely. Now, there is a much more difficult strat, but I'm going to do the marathon safe strat.
The old GDF Academy's
So we're
nearby.
going to grab a couple
Time
supplies
for a
like this armor and
shortcut.
stuff, and then we're going to grab our MVP here, the most valuable plant, and nudge it forward, holding the E key, and then we're going to
State-of-the-art
pick
bang
up our
Despite all
ion
your
bow right there.
rage,
That is
you are still
like
just
pretty much a
rabbit.
BFG in this game. Does a lot of damage with the
Ensure your
fire.
demise.
in here.
So the plant doesn't get blown up.
Get
We
that
run
fucking
around and pick up
jalopy
some
outta
stuff
here.
because the plant is very fragile. And then just like that, we're over. The optimal strat, what the marathon, I'm sorry, the world record holders do, they do a grenade jump, which it's really tough to do that. There will be grenade jumps later, but
Someone's already here.
the setup for that
Guess
one
I'm
is
late for
very
the
hard.
class reunion.
I usually don't go for it. Okay. Now what we're gonna do is access a shortcut that's normally only available on the other side, but if we... Okay. That didn't work first try. There we go. So yeah, they're normally only available on the other side, but we can get one of those little mini bombs to clip
Oh,
through and
someone's
hit the
gonna
crack.
pay for this massacre.
So yeah, you'll see me a lot throughout the run do what I've been referring to as crouch jumping. It's where you, at the height of your jump, you hold crouch, and that'll lower Shelly's height so that she can clear some distances, and allows you to reach higher places you normally wouldn't be able to. See, somebody kind enough to open the door? That's actually pretty rare.
Oh yeah.
Glad that got into the marathon, because that's actually really helpful when somebody opens the door like that and lets you through. Alright. Yeah, this level is scary because you're going back and forth, and that gives the enemies a lot of time. Excuse me?
Oh, someone's gonna pay for this massacre.
Random death that I've like never seen before. Anyway, what I was talking about, I expected the enemies to kill me here, but no, the environment just I got build engine. That's what happened. Build engine does that, where doors and other environmental things can just kill you. After I get a nice gentleman to let me through the door, hey, it happened twice? They're feeling sorry for me. All right. So this level, yeah, is kind of scary because we go back and forth between the rooms, and that gives enemies a lot of time to gather around. All right, let's quick save here because that was like I slipped off the ladder and then I just spontaneously died, had a heart attack or something. All right, we should be good now.
Some assembly required.
And in we go. All right. Important that you hang back all the way the back of the elevator, otherwise it just won't open up. It'll take a while. This trick, I'm crouching down in a specific spot, and that'll allow me to clip through. So what that uses is called SR50. I mentioned we
Find another way
do
out.
strafe running. SR50 is more advanced strafe running. It stands for strafe running 50. And that essentially just
Oh yeah.
involves another input that locks your angle. So like your up and down angle. And you moved about 8% faster. It's not much, but like it really adds up over the course of the run. like compared to runners who don't SR50, and it helps tremendously for several tricks in this game, like clipping through that window that we did at the start. That guy missed. He missed me with a shotgun that close. That's funny. We're coming up to the end of Zone 2, and this time we're actually going to fight a boss, and we're going to make very short work of it with our ion bow that we picked up earlier.
Excuse me, miss. Have you seen an...
First I'm going to grab this stuff here, just to get some armor and stuff. And we're going to charge this up, aim straight up. And that's it. Every one of those shots counted as a critical. And it just melts through his health. And if you're playing on the current version of the game, I'm down patching, by the way. This is like version 1.1 or something. They patched that out, but
Now,
we still use it whenever we're running this the base game. All right, I'm gonna come up to this where those hinges are in that door and just jump up. I don't know what the deal is there. There's like part of the geometry sticking out or something that we can stand on. Opening the door first, then going back for the switch. Otherwise, we could possibly soft lock, because that lift will not go down if you go too fast. So I just open that door to give it a little bit of time, because there's like a script running and all that in the background. And okay. Funny thing about this elevator, you crouch down, the song restarts.
That's not how you treat your guests, Heskel.
So we're gonna come this way, and to start, we're gonna go the intended path by grabbing the key card here, and through this door. And this leads to where we're gonna turn off the elevators.
Access granted. You've just been rooted.
But for the way back, we're going to go outside here. Because it's just less crowded out there. A lot of enemies come out of this elevator and start to come after, hunt you down. Okay, next level. There's going to be a really funny clip for this one that we, once again, use another plant. I'm going to set a trap here in case some guys come out of the monster closet. Okay, good. The way is clear. Again, plants are very fragile, so we want to ensure that it is safe. And we'll want to protect our plant. All right. Now, what I've done is create a corner. The corners are required to clip through right there. And you'll see it again right here with this box. There's already a corner present to allow us to clip. I've taken a lot of damage. Okay, a lot of unnecessary damage there. Now, while that self-destruct sequence, or while that's being overloaded, we're going to go pick up some supplies from the secret. Get introduced to a Wendigo and make him back down by doing the ult fire with a baton. Very rare possibility he might clip up into the elevator with us, so fingers crossed that won't happen. Or fingers crossed it will happen. It might be funny. Okay, I think we're good. Yeah, we're good.
It's high time we end this, Heskel.
Alright, another end zone boss. We're gonna stand at the window to get them to come out early.
The boys have been waiting for you. Back to show you a good time.
Toss this one to the window. I'm gonna quick save just in case something bad happens. Yeah, normally we fight this on the rooftop, but if we charge up the bow and aim at that specific spot, we can take out the boss extra early. Yeah, normally we fight it right out here. So I jump into there to trigger
I need
the
to exit this shit show
the
while there's
bookshelf
still
to,
a shit show to
I'm sorry, the fireplace to open up so we can get through here. And now we have this long elevator down. Blink or you'll miss it. There's a Wolfenstein 3D reference coming up. And I mentioned it too soon. There it is. Not much else to do. There's a brief sprint to the train to get out, and then it's just more sitting around. But interesting thing to note, this elevator's not moving at all. This is all green screen that you're seeing here. All that stuff that's moving is green screen that you're looking at. It's just camera work. And you'll see it again as soon as we get on the train here.
Time to slip into Haskell's caboose.
So, like, I can open up the map. Open up this map. See, the train's not moving. It's not moving at all. All everything else that you're seeing is sitting still. It's just the camera that's moving. It's all green screen, just trickery. And that's the end of this zone. Oh yeah, and by the way, I've been holding E at the end of every zone so that it will transition as soon as possible. All right, train level. A lot of build engine games like to include train levels, and this is Ion Fury's train level. A lot of cramped hallways. It could be very dangerous, so I'm going to try to make it a little more safe for the marathon by clearing out as many people as I can. There's one enemy in particular that gets introduced. Well, it introduced him earlier in the run, but we were too fast and then we never saw one. But there's one of them right there in our faces. It's called a deacon. It flies around and shoots rockets at you. They're extremely dangerous. Okay, we got through there.
This is the worst I've seen yet.
Charging up my bow for this enemy here. Finish him off as soon as we can, because that triggers the ending sequence. Right, I'm going to hold E here to get through the fade out.
That third
Flip
rail's
both these switches
killer.
here. Excuse me? There we go. We stopped him just in time. That was scary. Yeah, the electrifier is very good about stopping Wendigos mid-air. That's a strategy I came up with, and every runner has been using it. It slows you down a little bit, but you would rather get slowed down and not take a whole bunch of damage, because that enemy hurts. Running on back, I'm going to start charging this for a headshot. Whoa! Okay, I still killed him, but I took a hit. Armor? Oh, we're good. Never mind. Getting caught right there. Grenade to take out the wall. Pick up a health kit on that box and then drop down. Okay, now we've got a one of the first really big skips that was discovered by a Finnish speedrunner, Draku. You may know for his Doom speedruns. Sir, can you not? Body blocks are bad today. But yeah, Draku discovered this, and it's still being used to this day. I mean, why would we not want to skip this much of the level? They plant it right there. It'll blow up on its own. Get that guy out. Come on, sir. We want to get a little boost off of that guy's head, but I've got the angle wrong. I might just, you know, take him out and get on the railing. Okay. You're getting shot at a lot right here, so I'm gonna do this carefully. And you're slipping off. Come on. Shelly, please. There we go. Up and over. Yeah, it took way more tries than I would like. So for some reason, normally that train track explodes and we have to find a way around. But because of the sequence breaking that we did, the script didn't work. And the mapper for this zone is like still to this day confused about it. He doesn't know why it won't trigger, but that's good for us speedrunners.
Yep, that's my cue.
Right, there's a very difficult. Well, it's going to look easy, but then once you see it in action, right, line up right here. Maybe a little bit over. There we go. Second try. Not bad. That is extremely difficult because that is a SR50 and altogether requires about 5 inputs. You're holding about 5 buttons to get that jump and your angle needs to be precise. So yeah, it's really difficult.
A girl could always use.
So yeah, whenever we're swimming like this, the baton allows us to move way faster. None of the devs know what's causing it, but you know, yay for us who want to go fast. All right, while that's opening up, we're gonna grab some stuff out of the secret. Wait for the spider drone. Come here. Jump off of him. And then on top of that broom right there and do another flip using the box.
Sure.
How did he survive that? I think he got hit so hard he just forgot what he was doing. He paused for a second. Wait for that to open. And again, we're at the end of the zone, so we got another boss fight. They've been cooperating in my practice, so hopefully they cooperate here for the marathon. You'll see. I'm going to try to line them up. Clear these out first. Start charging my bow. There's the first one. There's the second one. Alright, that wasn't the greatest, but we'll take it. And I just pump cancel grenades. So yeah, pump canceling I don't think I explained. Basically, I'm holding down the button to switch to the electrifier while also spamming the reload button, and that just allows us to continuously shoot without a pump animation. Okay, now for probably one of my favorite tricks, one of the hardest in the run. Actually, the hardest trick in the entire run is going to be at the very beginning of the game. I didn't even do it because it's like not even the world record holders get it first try. It's yeah. Okay. I almost had that first try. Almost. I might need to readjust. Okay, let's fix it. Now it's too far. Alright, bear with me. I wasn't lying when I said this is hard. It's hitting us, but okay, there we go. So yeah, grenades have collision. So what I did was launch it against the wall and then jumped off of it. I buffered my jump and jumped off of the grenade midair. And the timing on it is pretty difficult. Required for us to kill everything to get through here. Somebody's still alive. The drones don't matter, it's just the bigger guys. There we go. So it opens up.
Turn into my own personal shitty pipe dream.
Alright, preparing the electrifier in case this guy, yeah. And he hit me at an angle I couldn't get him at. Got him though. This one I am particularly proud about because there is a cool skip that I discovered completely by accident, and it involves something known. Okay, let's wait for Haskell to shut up. He's very loud. Okay, so this involves sector over sector. Basically, Build Engine is portal based. Normally you can't have rooms over rooms, so what they do is portals that transition you elsewhere. So there is actually 2 instances of this pipe, and we just use that spider drone to bump us into the pipe that has water in it already, which is suspiciously brown. And this saves about 10 or so seconds of having to go turn the valve to fill the tunnel with water. And yeah, I discovered that completely by accident. Oh, I don't need to flip that switch. Why did I do that? Because I distracted myself with talking. Okay. And we're gonna again take advantage of some jankiness. This guy wants to get in my business and mess me up. Oh, dude, come on! That hit hard. That tanked my health. He is a problem, and he disappeared. All right, dude. Leave me alone, please. This wasn't giving me any trouble in practice until I started to think about it. So yeah, take it from me. Just go off of muscle memory. If you think too much about a trick, you run into problems like this where you're not getting it. Guy is still throwing me off. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that took me way longer than I would have liked.
Got a present for you.
Alright, dude, hold still. Come on. Game's gotta be nice to me after everything else it's thrown at me so far. Hopefully we don't get blocked here. I wasn't quick enough to get out before the door closed. There we go. So yeah, that clip I did that took me a while, that's another one we don't really know why it works that way. It's just you run into a specific spot and then the game just thinks you're supposed to be up there for whatever reason. Okay, and then we got another trick where we're going to get into a corner and clip through a thin wall. In this case, it's going to be to skip a puzzle here. So I'm going to save just in case. Yeah, your visual cue is whenever the camera starts to like wiggle a little bit, and then you can crouch down and you'll clip through. That one's very easy to do.
Nice.
Okay, now we're in a auto-scroller section. This was heavily inspired by...
The board resisted this idea, but they came around
Haskell, because know the rest of the game isn't that loud. Haskell is like extremely loud.
Swallow this.
So yeah, this section is heavily inspired by Quake Episode 4. It has a similar concept of a descending floor and enemies coming out of the walls. And the devs wanted something similar. I want to go after the flying enemy instead of the guys on the ground. One more group, and then fight our way out of the exit.
I've got a present for you.
Set this right about there. Okay, one more spider drone. That guy didn't get blown up. I set up a bomb for him, and he didn't get killed by it. Okay, well, we took care of him though. And there we are. Now we're coming up to Zone 6. Zone 6 gets very intense.
Amazing. I didn't think one man could have so many complexes.
So again, I got my baton out so that we can swim to that switch as fast as possible. Then we're going to headshot this Wendigo. There we go. I actually got that really quick. That ought to make up for that blunder earlier. But basically, there's normally a ladder there, and I ran up to the spot where it descends down, and the game just, I don't know, thought I should be up there. It's just more build engine jankiness. Shoot through there. All right. Come on. There we go. I wasn't quite in the right lineup. Basically, with a certain lineup, you can like get your retrieval distance to just barely get close enough to get it through the glass.
Nothing there.
All right, next level. This level is really solid. We have looked for tricks, and there is nothing. It is, I don't know who was responsible for these maps, but it's pretty impressive that it's so airtight. There's just nothing that we have looked for. So there's this revolving door puzzle that's very hard to do fast. I probably messed that up. Okay, let's see here. I almost nailed it. Okay, let's get it. There we go. That was very close. Okay, I'll give myself credit for that. That was almost spot on. Swimming back because it's faster than going the intended way. Ready up a grenade launcher. And I'm gonna pump cancel a bunch of grenades to clear this room out.
How do you like your ribs?
So nobody bothers me when I'm activating that key card.
Who knew collecting mutants was a thing? Are you in here, Melvin? How annoying.
Uh-oh. There we go. So like this, that's the door we want to go to, but there's no way to clip through. We've looked even to try to clip through this glass. There's nothing. This is the most airtight map in the entire game. So, other than like learning how to do that revolving door puzzle ultimately, that's about the only kind of speed tech in this for this map.
At this point, I'd be surprised if something didn't explode.
And the track here, which by the way I need to mention, Jarko Rothstein is the composer. He is absolutely fantastic. Really lends a hand to how intense that level is. Get that switch, crouch underneath. Dodge the enemies till we get to the exit here. That guy never gets in that spot. That's okay. That's he really wanted to be on camera today. So there's 2 of these mechs that we're gonna take out. Jump and crouch to there. Wait a second, dodge those fireballs, and we're good to go. And this will lead down to the final zone, which is the shortest of all of them. It's only about two levels. There's one map and then the boss fight, and that's it. And we're almost down here. The only thing, it's going to throw a bunch of higher tier enemies at us, and really the strats for this is just killing them optimally. Pick up that ammo and I'm going to start charging the bow. That did very minimal damage. That's incredibly unfortunate. There we go. Took a ton of damage with that. Alright, finish him off with grenades. Unfortunately, we did not get quick kills on either one of them. And pick up those for safety. They'll burn through a lot of my medkits. I like the launch version of this game. You can carry up to 10 medkits, but they patched it to where you're limited to 4. Alright, waiting for... Actually, I should have started charging it sooner, but I got distracted. Looking away. Okay. Wait for that to fall, then start charging again. Okay, good. That thing didn't bug out. These mechs sometimes bug out and you cannot kill them. Dude, are we dead ass right now? Get out of my way. They both hard blocked me right there. Okay, final level. So I gotta warn you, this is gonna get loud. Because we're going to kill this boss, we're going to get ourselves stuck up there and do so much damage that his dialogue is going to overlap. I apologize for that. I did not get into position soon enough.
Now your short time on this world comes to an end. Take a moment to reflect and ask yourself, was it all worth it? What are you trying to do here, Shelly?
is Zion Fury. I forgot to stop the timer. So that was about a 38, which I think is overestimate. Unfortunate death on one level, and then that one trick just was giving me so much trouble, but overall not too bad. Glad to show it off. And that's it for the first game.